Yo, what is going on, you guys? Repping the 407 here, and it is Thanksgiving. I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving, and you know what it means. No, not turkey. It means football. We got 3 games of football on Thursday, and I will definitely be watching football at work. I have to work on Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to be spending time with my family, which I hope you guys are. I hope you guys have a great time with your family and say thank you for the things you're thankful for while I'm working. Which is kind of dumb because let me talk about this real quick. My job, they schedule almost like everyone to work. I think literally everyone to work. And recently we haven't been getting much business, so there's no point to schedule everyone to work. And I work at a restaurant, so I don't think many people are going to go to a restaurant on Thanksgiving because they'd rather be eating a home-cooked turkey. But other than that, I'm just going to get straight into it. We are doing our Week 12 predictions. Last week, we got to talk about Week 11. I did 9-5. You see the teams right here. I lost because of the Dolphins. The Dolphins lost. The Packers lost. The Rams lost. The Chiefs lost to the Giants. And the Seahawks lost. But overall record, I am 96-64. And it's not the best, but it's not that bad, to be honest. The last week's game against the Steelers and Titans, I predicted the game was going to be 32-17, and I was actually pretty close. The final score was 40-17, so I was off by 8 points. I was kind of close, and I had the correct winner because, you know, Steelers come up on top. Okay, but yeah, the Seahawks, they played a great game. That game was pretty good. I didn't really watch much of it because I was busy on Monday night, but it was a good game, I heard. I saw some of the highlights. The Chiefs and the Giants, that was just sad. Rams and Vikings, it was a good game. It was interesting. They both played pretty well, but the Vikings defense just came up on top and held the best offense in the league to 7 points. The Packers lost. They just got shut out. Brett Hundley, however you pronounce his last name, he didn't do much. And then the Dolphins lost to the Bucs. I don't know what happened in that game. I didn't see anything about that game, but I know they lost by 5. Another game I want to talk about is the Chargers and the Bills. Bills, what were you thinking about benching Tyrod? The guy you guys started has more interceptions than Tyrod has this whole season. Like, I don't know what were you guys thinking about benching Tyrod that game, but I don't know what happened. That's them. But we're just going to jump straight into week 12. We're starting off with the 3 Thanksgiving games, and we're just going to jump straight into it. So, Vikings and Lions, they are at the Lions' home. I'm getting straight into it. I'm not going to talk too much about it. On the other games, I'm going to do a little bit something interesting, something you might like. Someone in the comments suggested this. I'm pretty sure it was Lucas, so shout out to Lucas. You'll see what I mean. But Vikings at Lions, I had the Vikings winning this game 28-21. I just feel like the Vikings are the better team. They played a great team. They played a great game against the top team in the NFC, if the second top team, because the Eagles are number 1. But the second top team in the NFC, and they obviously came up on top, and they have the better record against the two. So I feel like the Vikings are going to win 28-21. On to the next game, we have the Chargers and Cowboys, which is actually a very interesting matchup. I would have never thought the Chargers would have got a Thanksgiving game, but they did. It's just very interesting to see that. But I have the Chargers actually winning this game because if you see how Dak Prescott has been playing with no Ezekiel Elliott, he's been getting sacked a lot. So with people like Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram, that's going to be like deadly for Dak Prescott. He's going to probably be scared. I would be scared, but I have a final score of 24-18. I feel like the Chargers are going to win this game. It's going to be a pretty interesting game. All 3 of the games are going to be interesting because they are on Thanksgiving, and every year they're special games for some reason. Like the couple years before when Megatron's last Thanksgiving game, he had like 3 touchdowns. That was just an insane game. I remember that. But I have the Chargers winning, like I said. 24-18 will be the final score. And last game on Thursday Night Football, well, Thanksgiving Night Football, I guess you could say. We have the Giants at Redskins home, and I have the Redskins winning. The Redskins played a great game against the Saints. That was the game of the week last week. That game just went to the wire. The Redskins put up a great fight, but the Saints came up on top, and they are on an 8-game win streak. But we're not talking about the Saints. The Giants and the Redskins, I have the Redskins obviously winning because they, like I said, they've been playing pretty well. I have a final score of 17-32 with the Redskins coming up on top. So let's get on to the Sunday and Monday night games, and I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to do the predictors in Madden, because Lucas actually suggested me to do this, that I should like tell my predictions on what the Madden predictors say. So we're just going to do it. I'm not going to talk about the games or like any of the players in specific. I'm just going to talk about that, and that's it. So we're starting off with the Bills at Chiefs, and I believe the Chiefs are going to win this game. I don't know if the Bills are going to start Tyrod or they're going to start Peterman again. If they start Peterman, yeah, Bills, what are you doing? But I have the Chiefs winning 18-25. So on Madden, it said the Chiefs will win by at least 10 points. And I say that is false. I don't think the Chiefs will win by 10 points. I feel like it's going to be a close game, but I don't feel like they're winning by 10 points. And then the other one, it says Kareem Hunt will have 100 scrimmage yards. I think this is true. I think Kareem Hunt could definitely get 100 scrimmage yards. Plus, he is second in rushing yards in the season. So I think he could definitely do it. But other than that, let's get on to the next game. Like I said, this is how the video is going to go. I'm just going to talk about the two predictors, and that's it. So I'm not going to get into much details. I'm going to tell you my score and then the predictions. That's it. So if you guys like this style, let me know. If not, I'll definitely change it back to the way I had it and talk about the game a little bit. But let me know down in the comments how you like it better. Alright, so the next game we have right here is the Titans at Colts at the Lucas Oil Stadium. And I have the Titans coming up on top 24-17. The Madden predictor said, will the Titans win by at least 4 points? And I think this is true. And then the other one is, will T.Y. Hilton have 75 yards? And I think that is true as well. So I just think that these two can possibly happen. It seems like pretty easy things, so I feel like these are both true. So if you're going to do the Madden predictors based on mine, I would definitely pick true. But I think T.Y. is the number one receiver, so I feel like he could definitely get 75 yards in this game. Next game we have right here is an AFC North matchup between the Browns and the Bengals, and I have the Bengals winning this game 9-21. I do not feel like the Browns can win this game. I don't know. They have a chance maybe, but the Bengals have been playing okay. Not the best, but they've been playing pretty well. If you've seen last game, they played a great game against the Denver Broncos, but it was a close game till the end. But I have the Bengals winning 9-21. I feel like the Browns just can't do anything. The Bengals, it says for their predictor, will they win by 8? You can say false, but I have them winning by 8 or more. So it's up to you. That one's iffy. And then it says Mixon. Will Joe Mixon get 15 rushing attempts? And I believe this is true. I feel like Joe Mixon, I think he is the number one running back now. So I think he will get 15 carries at least. Because you normally run the ball on first down. So there's going to be a lot of first down attempts. So I feel like he will definitely get the 15 rushes in this game. Next game we have right here is the Bucs at the Falcons in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And I have the Falcons winning by 2 touchdowns with the final score of 14-28. For some reason, the Bucs have been slacking. That's all I'm going to say. But it says, will the Falcons win by 9 points? And like I said, they're winning by 2 touchdowns, so this is true. And will Julio Jones have 100 yards? I also think this is true. Like I said, the Bucs have been slacking, so I just feel like Julio can definitely kill them. Julio, he needs to step up a little bit more. He's been playing okay, but he needs to play like the MVP type Julio he played like last year. But next game we have right here is the Dolphins and Patriots, and I have a final score of 17-34. The funny thing about this, it says, will the Patriots win by 14 points, the predictor? I said false. I don't think they'll win by 14 points, even though my score prediction says they're winning by 14 points or more. I just think it's false. You can say it's true, but 14 points is a lot. I don't know if the Patriots can win by 14 points. It might be like 10 or something, but I think it's false even though my score says it's true. So it's up to you if you want to say true or false on that one. It's just going to be risky. But the other predictor we have is Dion Lewis going to have 1 touchdown. And if they're going to score 30 points, I feel like Dion Lewis should have 1 touchdown. So I think this one will be true. So I think the other one is false. I don't know. Don't take my word, but I don't think the Patriots will win by 14. On to the next game we have right here is the Bears at the Eagles. And I feel like the Eagles are going to win this game. They're going to go 10-1, but they are going to win by 10 points in this game. The final score will be 18-28. And then the predictor says Eagles will win by 14. Like I said, they're going to win by 10, so I think that one is false. And then the other one says, will Blunt have a touchdown? I do not think LeGarrette Blunt will have a touchdown. I think Jay Ajayi might have a touchdown, but not LeGarrette Blunt. So it's going to be a toss-up because either one of those two could get a touchdown, but I feel like Ajayi is going to be the one to get the touchdown in this game. On to the next game, we have the Panthers at the Jets, and I feel like it's going to be a close game, but I feel like the Panthers are going to come up on top with the final score of 18-25. And then the predictor says Panthers will win by 5. I think that is obviously true. And then it says McCown will have 23 completions, and I think that is true as well. So if you guys are going to do the predictors, let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you guys are going by what I'm saying. Let me know so we could talk. I'll hit you up and definitely talk about it. But let me know what you guys think about this predictor. I think it's okay, but I feel like the other style is better. So let me know down in the comments which style you like better so I know what to do for the next video for week 13. But I am using a notebook this time to make it a little bit easier for me, because if I would have wrote this all on my phone, it would take a long time. But next game we have is the Seahawks at 49ers. I feel like this is going to be a blowout. I feel like the Seahawks are going to win 35-18. And the predictor says Seahawks will win by 7. I said that is true. It said, will Carlos Hyde rush or have 75 scrimmage yards? I think that is definitely true, since Carlos Hyde is a running back. He is going to run probably for like 100 yards this game, to be honest. And then they don't really have a receiver since they lost Pierre Garçon, so I feel like he will be like a receiving type back as well. So I feel like he could get 75 yards in this game. And then the last one said, will Paul Richardson have a touchdown? If the Seahawks are going to put up a lot of points in this game, which they most likely are, he will definitely have a touchdown. So all three of those things will be true. So if you're following along, true on all the Seahawks and 49ers one. On to the next game we have. I think this is the game of the week. The Saints against the Rams. The Saints, they are on an 8-game winning streak, so they are just hot right now. And the Rams, they did lose their last game, but they are the best offensive team in the league right now, if I'm not mistaken. But I had the Saints winning in this game with the final score of 28-24. So the predictor says Rams will win by 3, and I think that is false since I have the Saints winning. Goff will have 22 completions. I believe that one is true. And then Cooper Kupp with 5 completions. I don't know about this one. 5 receptions. I don't know if he's going to have 5 receptions. I haven't seen much of Cooper Kupp. He might. I put true because if Goff is going to have 22 completions, I feel like Kupp can have 5 receptions. But I think it might be false or true. I don't know. That one is a toss-up for me. But on to the next game right here. We have the Jags and the Cardinals. And it is going to be a 10-point game with the final score of 27-17. And then the predictor said, will the Jags win by 5 points? And I think that is true since they have a 10-point win in my books, in my prediction. But it also says, will Peterson have 100 rushing yards? I do not think this is true. They are playing one of the best, not one of the best, the best defense. And their D-line is pretty good, especially with Marcel Darius down there. That D-line is pretty good. Their front 7 is good in general. So I don't think Adrian Peterson will have 100 yards in this game. And the last one right here, it says, will Larry Fitzgerald have 7 reception? And I say that one is true because normally they go for Larry Fitz for little short routes. And I feel like they're going to do a lot of short routes in this game. So I have Larry Fitz getting 7 receptions on this game. On to the next game, we have the Broncos and Raiders. And I feel like the Raiders are going to win this game, especially since they are at home. I feel like the Raiders will win 16-28. It says, will the Raiders win by 5 points? I said that is true. Will Sanders have 6 reception? I actually said this one was false. I do not think Emmanuel Sanders will have 6 receptions in this game. Because the Broncos have Demaryius Thomas. They also have Virgil Green. They have Flower, I think his name is. Justin Flower or some, not Justin Flower. I forgot what the guy is. It's one of those, but they have a lot of receivers that will be wanting the ball. So I don't think Emmanuel Sanders will have 6 receptions in this game. And then the last one is Jalen Richards. Will he rush for 50 yards? And I say this one is false as well. I don't think Jalen Richards will run for 50 yards since the Broncos have a pretty good run defense. So I don't feel like Jalen Richards will run for 50 yards. But it can definitely happen since 50 yards isn't too much, but it's still a good amount. But like I said, it's the Broncos. They have a pretty good run defense, so I put false. On to the next game, we have the Sunday Night Football game. We have the Packers against my Steelers, and I have my Steelers winning. I feel like we're going to go 9-2. I'm pretty sure we are 9-2 after this. And the final score, we are going to win by 20 with the final score of 12-32. So we're going to win 32-12. The Steelers, on the predictors, it says, will they win by 14? And I say that is true. After watching them last week against the Ravens, I feel like we could definitely do it. But it says, will AB have 100 yards? Antonio Brown, I think he will definitely have 100 yards in this game without a doubt because the Packers defense isn't the best. And then it also says, will Big Ben have 2 touchdowns? And I think that is also true. And AB might be those 2 touchdowns or maybe even Juju or something like that. But I feel like Big Ben can definitely throw for 2 touchdowns. On to the Monday Night Football game. We have 2 mediocre teams right here against the Texans at the Ravens Stadium. So I feel like this is going to be a close game, but I feel like the Ravens are going to come up on top on this game by 3 points with the final score of 24-21. I feel like the Ravens are going to win. And the predictor says, will they win by 7? So I say that is false. I don't think the Ravens will win by 7. I feel like it's going to be a close game. So that one is false. It says, well, Alex Collins has 15 rushes. I think that one is true. Last game, he played a pretty good game. So I think he is going to have a good game in this week. Especially, like I said, and the past one with Joe Mixon, they are going to run the ball a lot. So I feel like Alex Collins could definitely do it. And then it says, will Mike Wallace have 50 receiving yards? I definitely think Mike Wallace will have 50 receiving yards. Mike Wallace, he kills almost every week, and he's a pretty good receiver still, so I feel like he could definitely get 50 receiving yards in this game. But with that being said, that pretty much wraps it up. I did recap everything with the predictors. Let me know, do you guys like the predictors? Let me know down in the comments, please. It's up to you guys how you guys want me to do it, or do you want me to go back my old style where I talk about the game a little bit? I don't know. I feel like I like the talking about the game a little bit, but the predictors make it a little bit interesting, see what other players can do. Individual players, individual stats. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments, please, because I really need the feedback on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, like I said in the beginning of the video. Like, comment, subscribe like always. I will be posting more videos soon. I hope you enjoyed the football today. But with that being said, have a great day, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.